Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new start here at Rasmussen College. Fundamentals of Clinical Techniques is really a course that will be designed to help guide you and get you to your goals of becoming a medical assistant. I will teach you all the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts of what will make you a great medical assistant. Now, our class does meet 2 days a week, and because of that, I will post 2 separate videos, one for day 1 of each module and one for day 2 of each module, to really help shed some light on the materials that we will touch on each day in that class. Okay? So, for Module 1 this week, what you're looking at is Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 56. For this video, what I want to really start talking about and start discussing is the important pieces of all the chapters as they relate to the day at hand, okay? And today I'm going to talk about the information for day 1. Now, because this is the first day of a new quarter, a good portion of our day will be kind of taken up and spent going over the syllabus and the course manuals, as well as talking about some of the projects and the requirements for PATH. So that is something that we'll start the day off with for day 1. The end of day 1, what I really want to focus on is some of the information that I'm going to provide to you, and that comes from Chapter 1. So Chapter 1 is really giving you some good information and some good introductions into what the healthcare field really is. Now, some of you may already work in healthcare, and that's great if you do. You'll bring in a lot of experience and a lot of other inputs that will help your classmates. But please remember, not everyone currently works in the medical field, and that this may be something new for them. So we'll take it as it comes, okay? Medical assisting and medical assistants really are a newer brand and a newer part of the medical world, and it was really developed due to the rapid changing in the medical field and the medical world that does happen. And because of that, nurses weren't able to do all of the things that they were before, and their regulations and their responsibilities grew, so medical assistants were born, so to say. Really, medical assistants can work in a variety of different settings and clinics, and no matter where you go, the skills that you need and that are required will be the same no matter what setting that you are working in. So that's kind of what Chapter 1 is going to teach you about. It's going to teach you about those skills that are going to be required in order to be a medical assistant. Before you can really understand what a medical assistant is, let's discuss some of the history behind medical assisting and behind this part of the field. So once upon a time, medical assistants were individuals who got work trained or trained on the job in the field by the providers. That's right, the providers did the work for this one. But due to the increasing responsibilities that medical assistants were given and the liabilities that come along with those responsibilities, medical assistants could no longer be in-field trained by the providers. They had to go through formal training. The American Association of Medical Assistants, or as you'll hear me call it more often, the AAMA, so AAMA, this was formed in 1955. Okay? It was formed as an organization that showed importance of the education and the training that was behind becoming a medical assistant, and it put a lot of emphasis on the objectives of what medical assisting is. Medical assistants from the AAMA will obtain a certification, but you can also receive a diploma or an associate's degree in medical assisting. In order to complete a degree in any of those institutions, the institution has to be accredited. What this means is that they need to meet certain expectations and standards set by an accrediting body. So some of those things, or some of the accrediting bodies, could be the Commission of Accreditation of Allied Health Education Programs, or more formally known as CAHEP. The second institution is the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, or ABHES. Now, Rasmussen College is ABHES accredited, so we are aligned in that program to put out great medical assistants and have you guys sit for that certification exam at the end of the course. It's important to know that the AAMA is a national certifying agency, and the great part is that their headquarters are located right in our backyards in Chicago, Illinois. So it's not too far from here that the national headquarters for the AAMA are located. So it's really nice for us to know that here in Illinois. The AAMA offers the Certified Medical Assistant Credential, or a CMA. What that means is upon successful completion of the program accredited by CAHEF or ABHES, students can sit for that CMA exam. You have to successfully pass that CMA exam in order to get that credential. But once you are credentialed and you become certified, you'll have to maintain that certification. And that is done through continuing education hours, or CEUs. You have to have 60 CEU hours over a 5-year or 60-month period. Now, if for some reason you don't get all 60 hours in that time frame, what happens is that you have to resit for the certification and you have to retake that CMA exam and pass it again. And it's not a light test that you can just pass willy-nilly. You have to really put in some effort, and you have to put in a lot of thought and a lot of study time. So it's not an easy exam, but we here at Rasmussen work very hard to get you to that successful completion and the successful passing of your CMA exam. It's important for you guys to know that you do not have to become a member of the AAMA to take and sit for that exam, but becoming a member of the AAMA is a really great thing for you guys. That has really great advantages for medical assistants. First thing it does is it sponsors and provides certain workshops and CEUs so you guys can get those 60 accredited hours or continuing education hours. That's a really big thing because that's a lot to get in 5 years, and having that ability to have that provided to you is excellent. The second advantage to being a member of the AAMA is it offers certain webinars that are great tools for us as medical assistants, and it keeps us focused and up to date with what's going on in the healthcare field. Third thing it does is it offers online activities. So online chat rooms, and you can talk with other certified medical assistants. It offers a lot of activities where you can go and keep up on your education and keep your skills up to date, which is very good for us as medical assistants, because sometimes you don't always work in the field, or maybe you take a break. Getting back into it and staying active in the AAMA website and being a member is a fantastic way to keep those skills up to date. Fourth thing is it offers county, state, and national conferences that help to earn you CEUs. So those national conferences are where a big group of medical assistants get together and you can talk about, and it helps to maintain us and keep us current in the changing and ever-changing wonderful world of medical assisting and medical field. So that's always a nice thing to think about, is that you have the opportunity to go to those conferences and keep up on your skills. Alright guys, so that's really all the topics I want to talk about for Module 1, Day 1. Stay tuned, and I will have a second video up for you guys for Module 1, Day 2. I look forward to seeing everyone on Monday at 8 a.m. Have a wonderful week, guys. Bye-bye.